Tuesday. Sorry we're a couple minutes behind. I was on the wrong setting. So thanks for waiting. Hopefully you're still online. My name is Melissa. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the Foundations class. We get started in a seated position with our legs crossed, sitting up nice and tall. Thank you. Sitting up nice and tall, engaging our core muscles. If you need some grounding, some rooting this morning, with those palms facing down. Or if you need some energy, with those palms facing up in a mudra. So a mudra is when we have our index finger and our thumb touching. Sitting up nice and tall. And taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs. And as you exhale, breathing it right back out through the nose. As you inhale, gently pressing those stomach muscles out. With every exhale you take, letting go of any stress, any negativity, just anything that doesn't serve you, just breathing it out, letting it go. You want to come into a few neck rolls. Just loosening up. And taking about 5 more breaths here. And just taking a second to focus on your intention for your practice. If you're kind of struggling through these days of quarantine, the weather's getting nicer. Just being aware of and easy on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. It can be frustrating. Just letting go of any feelings right now that don't serve you. Just focusing on our breath and on our practice. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to move into our cat-cows. So our hands are planted on our knees. As you inhale, we're going to go ahead and press the chest forward, releasing the crown of the head behind you. As you exhale, tucking the chin into the chest, rounding the spine. Inhale, opening up. And exhale. Just taking a few more here at your own breath, at your own pace. And taking one more wherever you're at. We're going to go ahead and bring it back to that neutral spine. We're going to find our way up into all fours. We're going to come into a little bit of spinal balancing. So our spine is neutral, our elbows are not jutting out, they're tucked into the sides. Our legs are about hip distance apart. Nice and slowly, we're going to go ahead and press that right leg behind you, squaring it off. We're going to hold here with our gaze at the mat. And we're going to go ahead and put a bend in that right knee. We're going to flex those right toes toward us. And we're just going to pulse it out for 10, getting a little bit of balance in the core, a little bit of glute work. Here we go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend it out, square it off. Set it down, maybe round the spine, shift out the hips. Coming on to the other side. Pressing that left leg behind you, engaging the core muscles. Putting a bend in that left knee, flexing those toes toward you, pulsing it out. Tiny pulses for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, into a cat-cow or two. And we're going to find ourselves in our down dog. So bring it back to that neutral spine. If you need to, walk out the hands so those baby fingers are just hanging off the edge of the mat. We're going to curl onto the toes, and we're going to press back into our first down dog. So your shoulder blades are melting down your back. You're not hanging on in your head or in your chest. You're pressing that weight behind you, so you're shifting your tailbone toward the back of the room. Maybe putting a micro bend in the knees. Those heels are reaching for the ground. Take an inhale. And take an exhale, just staying right here. Making sure there's an even distribution of weight. Taking a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Go ahead and just start to pedal out the legs. Bending one knee and then the other. Releasing each heel to the mat as closely as you can. Pressing that weight behind you. And we're going to go ahead and bring it into our Sun A. Inhale is going to rise high. Bend the knees. Walk, step, or float. First one's nice and slow. Inhale, halfway lift, so you're pressing your hands into your shins. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale is going to sweep the arms up and open. Exhale, let's go ahead and just bring the hands to heart center for a second. So your hands are at heart center. Standing up nice and tall. I'm just going to twist out our sides here. Going to go ahead and turn it all the way to the right and center. Left, center, one more round, right, center, last one, left, and center. Move into our Sun A's. I'm going to do the modifications. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plants the hands, steps it back. We're going to go ahead and come to our knees. So we're on our knees now. Our elbows are tucked into the sides. Nice and slowly, you're going to lower all the way down with those elbows in. Once you get there, go ahead and press it up into a cobra. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, roll up over the knees. And down dog, tailbone high. That was our extremely slow Sun A. We're going to go through one more round together, just a little faster. Inhale, rise high. Bend the knees. Walk, step, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, sweeping the arms up and open. Exhale, hinge forward or swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, steps it back. High to low push-up. Elbows graze your side body as you lower, rolling the chest up and open. Exhale, take the entire breath. Down dog, nice work. Go ahead and pedal out the legs. Make any adjustments in your down dog. Pressing the weight behind you. Gonna do a little bit of work in our Sun B. Rise high. Bend the knees. Walk, step, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, sweeping up and open. Sinking down, Uttanasana, chair pose. So you're right here. I'm going to go ahead and face you. Modification, You can have the hands at heart center, or you can have your hands lifted. When you look down, you're squeezing the legs together. You're also shifting the weight behind you so you can see your toes. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. I'm going to go ahead and face this way again. Just wanted to show you what that looks like. Pressing the weight behind you. We're going to go ahead, engage your core muscles. We're going to roll onto the toes. Inhale. Exhale, back to the heels, sink. Inhale, roll onto the toes. Exhale, back to the heels, sink. Nice and slowly, we're going to bring it all the way up and mountain pose. Tadasana, toes are touching. A little bit of distance between your heels. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Give it a nice lion's breath, letting out that air. We're going to come into a little bit of deep stretching. Bringing the hands to heart center. Planting that right foot on the mat. Putting a tiny little micro bend in that right knee. We're going to go ahead and clip our hips. And we're going to take that left leg. And we're going to step it all the way behind us for our crescent lunge. So now you're in your crescent. Sinking down. Again, you can have the arms up in the air. I'm going to clip the hips for the modification to add a little more balance and stability. So your front knee is in line with your ankle, torso in line with the thigh. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. On the exhale, you're sinking into that back heel. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Maybe pull back on that right thigh just to make sure you're in line. You can also have your hands at heart center. We're going to take one more right here. And we're going to go ahead, keeping our hands at heart center. You're going to hinge forward. You're going to slowly bring it up to your warrior three. Stepping on to that front right knee. Trying to lift that back leg to hip height. Toes are flexed toward you. There's a slight lift in your chest, so an up dog chest. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to bring it into your standing split. So now you're bowing forward. Lifting that left leg up a little higher. Collapsing that torso into your thigh. You can go ahead and shake out that back leg. And we're going to square off that left leg, set it down, tuck your chin into your chest, rolling on up one vertebrae at a time. Bring it into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Shoulder blades melt down your back. And go ahead and bring those hands to heart center. Heels are touching. This time, micro bend in that left knee. You can either keep your hands at heart center or clip your hips. Take that right leg, reach it back as far as you can for that crescent. Sinking deep, chest lifted, front knee in line with the ankle. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. You can bring your hands up to full posture or stay right here. Again, I'm doing the modifications today. This is our foundations class. Chest is lifted, looks good. Really press into that back heel. And we're going to go ahead, bring your hands to heart center. Starting to engage your core muscles as you lean forward. When you feel ready, you can go head up and bring it into your warrior three. Just kind of gazing out in front of you. Micro bend in the front knee, so you never want that knee to be locked out. And the straighter the back leg is, the more balance and stability you'll have as you hinge forward right into your standing split. Collapsing that torso into your left thigh, maybe shaking out the back right leg, rounding. Just letting go here. Squaring off that right leg, setting it down. Bring your legs about hip distance apart. As you karate chop the elbows, let the head hang heavy, so we're coming into a ragdoll. Swing side to side to release the lower back. And we're going to go ahead and release those hands in front of our toes. We're going to keep those legs hip distance apart. You're going to go ahead and turn your toes out. So your toes are off of the mat. They're pointing outward. Your heels should be the only things on the mat. You're going to round your spine. Roll on up, one vertebrae at a time. Again, hands to heart center or clipping your hips. Scooching those glutes under so your tailbone's pressing toward the mat. So we're in a little squat position. We're going to hold here. So you're squatting about halfway down. Chest is lifted. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Sink deep. So practicing a little less flow today. A little more holding those postures in our Buddha squat. And we're going to go ahead and bring it out to those cactus arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to center. Inhale, cactus arms. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale, you're still sinking down. Those knees are pulling toward the back of the room. Inhale, cactus, chest is lifted. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale, good job. And slowly bring it up. Shift it from side to side, just loosening up. Nice work. All right, we're going to go ahead and come to the front of the mat. Our toes are touching, standing up tall. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're just going to hinge forward, planting your hands on the mat, bending the knees. Step one leg back and then the other. So now we're in our high plank. We're going to go ahead and release it to our forearms for our forearm plank. Modification, you can drop to those back knees, or you can stay here at full posture, pressing those heels behind you. Take an inhale, and take an exhale. We're going to go ahead, and we're going to slowly bring that right leg off the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to release the right foot down. Keeping the core steady, lift those left toes up. Take an inhale. And exhale, release it down. Releasing the hips. Bring it into your Sphinx pose. So even though we're not flowing a lot today, we're still going to keep moving. Pressing the chest forward. We're going to go ahead and stretch out our lower backs. Going to bring our hands out so you're on your fingertips. One and then the other. Your toes are touching in the back. As you inhale, roll on up. As you exhale, back down. Inhale. You can always come onto flat palms. You don't have to keep it lifted. Inhale. Exhale, getting a nice stretch. Inhale, so a little flow here. Exhale, just one more. Inhale. And exhale, go ahead and bring those hands to your sides. Elbows are tucked in as you press up into your cobra. And then we're going to bring it all the way back for our down dog. Again, pressing that weight behind you. Letting go through your chest, through your neck, rooting those heels to the mat. We're going to go ahead and take that right leg. We're going to lift it up high. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bring that right knee into center. We're going to hover here, rounding the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on through. So now you're in your runner's lunge, lifting the chest, opening up, take an inhale. And take an exhale. Bring that left hand to the inside of the right foot. Right hand high, twisting up and open. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Really press into that back heel. We're going to add a little bit of arm strength in. So you're going to take that right hand to the inside, not the outside, the inside of the right foot. Your thumbs are touching, putting a bend in the elbows. We're going to go halfway down for 5. Here we go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right back up. And walk the hands up. Without scraping, step that right leg back. Down dog. Make any adjustments. Nice work. We're going to go ahead. Take that left leg, lift it high. Without swinging, bring it through to round for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it through. Lifting the chest. So now you're in your runner's lunge. Pressing that back right heel to the mat. Take an inhale. On the exhale, bring that right hand to the inside of the left foot. Left hand high, open, or drop it back for the half bind. It's up to you. Really pressing into that right heel. Bring that left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Thumbs are touching, pulsing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking your hands to the front of the mat, stepping it back, dropping onto your forearms, forearm plank. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hips, a little bit of flow. Bring those hands out again. Onto your fingertips, 5 rounds for 1. Inhale, rolling up. Exhales, 2. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Planting those hands at your go ahead and roll up into our cobra, and this time we're just going to walk the hands back so we're sitting on our heels. Give you an idea of what that looks like. You're just sitting down on your heels, or you can go ahead and sit on a brick. I'm going to do the modification. Just sitting on a brick. You can bring the brick up here if you don't want to sit all the way down. Sitting up tall, want those heels just grazing the outside of your thigh. Your hands are planted on those thighs. Nice job. We just have a little more work to go. We're going to work on some leg work, a little bit of balance. We're going to need our bricks. And we're going to go ahead and take our hands, walk them back up. We're just going to go ahead and find our way into a standing position with our brick. And we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to take our brick into our right hand. So we're just going to keep moving this morning. So our brick is in our right hand. We're going to clip our left hip. We're going to work our way into balancing half moon. There's a micro bend in the right foot. We're going to be holding this posture for a little longer. Take that right hand out. As you hinge forward, we're going to go ahead and release that brick 6 inches to the right of your right toes. Once you get there, take that left leg, lift it up to hip height, flexing those left toes toward you. Gaze at the mat, or you can spin open. So the straighter that back leg is, the more balance and stability you'll have. There's a tiny little micro bend in the right leg, left leg locked out, toes are flexed. You can put your gaze at the mat. You can try lifting that arm, dropping it back to the half bind, twisting open a little more. So this would more be a modification right here. Just 3 more breaths. So I'm looking at the mat here for my modification. And we're going to go ahead, start to slowly turn everything back toward the mat. Don't drop that back leg. We're going to take both hands to the brick, putting a bend in that knee. We're going to bring that left knee to meet the back of the right, rounding the spine. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Nothing's rushed. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And set it down. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And shake it out. Nice work. So a couple things to remember when you go into the balancing half moon. You want a tiny micro bend in that front leg, and your back leg is locked out. You'll have more balance that way. Coming on to the other side, taking the the brick into the left hand, clipping your right hip, micro bend in that front left knee, and as we hinge at the hips, moving the brick 6 inches to the left of those left toes. Here we go. Hinging forward, drop it down, reach it up. Spinning open. Again, you'll notice my glutes are tucked in. My back right toes are flexed. That leg is at hip height. You're nice and strong. Reaching that hand up. Nice job. And slowly bring everything to the brick. Both hands on the brick. Micro bend. We're going to go ahead, bring that right knee to meet the back of the left for 1. 4 more. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Nice work. Set it down. Legs hip distance apart. And we're going to hinge forward and then roll on up 1 vertebrae at a time. We're still going to keep those legs hip distance apart. And we're going to find ourselves sitting back into it. Bring those hands out in front of you so you're in your bear pose. Same thing as your Utkatasana. You're shifting the weight behind you. You're able to see your toes. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. We're going to go ahead and get the arms involved here. Stay right here, lower down. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch that weight to the right leg, lifting our left heel. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, bear. Inhale, right heel comes up. Exhale, bear. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale, nice job. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Go low. Stay right here. And slowly bring your hands behind your back and come on up. Releasing the crown of the head behind you. And bring it to the front of the mat. I'm going to go ahead and face you. We're going to come into our tree pose. A couple ways you can do tree. Hands at heart center. When you grow your tree, you can bring those hands up. Or if you want something a little easier, you can bring it into a mudra with your index finger and your thumb touching at your sides. So starting off, hands at heart center. Micro bend in that right knee. That left knee is going to come all the way up. And all the way out, opening up your inner thigh. If you want, you can come right here with that heel resting on your ankle. You can bring it up to your shin or above the knee, never on the knee. Never want to collapse that knee in. So here's the most modified version. You can grow your tree. It'll be the second modified. And just 4 more breaths. Taking your time here. Engaging your core muscles. Chest is lifted. And then slowly bringing it back to center and dropping it down. So you'll notice I got out of that pretty slowly. Anytime you're in a balancing posture, a couple things to remember. You want to get into the posture slowly, and you also want to get out of the posture slowly. So I need some water. Coming on to the other side. You can clip your hips, hands at heart center, whichever you prefer. This time, micro bend in the left knee, so the opposite knee. Core is engaged, chest lifted, lift that right knee up. And bring it out. Remember, either to your ankle, your calf, or above the knee, never on the knee. But I'm feeling that inner thigh press open toward the back of the room. I can stay here, I can grow my tree. I can bring it into a mudra. Nice job. Making sure you're remembering to breathe through this. Sometimes we hold our breath in a balanced posture. And set it down. Shake it out. Good job. Press the tops of the toes into the mat. We're just going to try a little bit of balancing again. We're going to bring those legs to hip distance apart. And there's just a tiny little bounce in your knees. So we're going to start with that right leg. We're going to bend to squat, right back up. And we're going to go ahead, bring that right knee up, set it down, squat, back up, a little bit of balance, left knee, back down, squat, here we go, up. It's going to look like that. We're going to do 2 rounds. Couple things to remember, we're building core strength, chest is lifted. When we sink down, we're not leaning forward, we're sinking the weight behind us so we can see our toes. Here we go. Always going to start with that right leg. Inhale, exhale, right back down, sink, up, left leg, right back down, sink, up, that right leg crosses, right back down, sink, right back up, left leg, and sink down, bear pose right here. Pressing that weight behind us. Take an inhale, take an exhale, sink a little deeper, nice and slowly. You're going to start to round your back, reaching your fingertips down in front of you, rolling on up, heel toeing those feet, a little more than hip distance as you sink down. Gonna bring it into a twist. Take that brick, if you need it, set that brick in center. Starting with that right hand, pressing up so the spine is neutral. Inhale, left reaches, reach it behind you. And inhale, bring it up. Exhale, left hand to the brick. Inhale, right. Exhale, switch sides. Right hand to the brick, left hand high, lengthen. Getting a nice pull on those inner thighs. Right hand up. Press it down, still pressing the weight firmly into your heels. Left hand. Last round, left hand down, right hand up. And bring it right down. Left hand lifts. And we're going to bring it all down. Releasing the brick, nice job, rounding. Pressing the weight behind you. Just taking what you need here. If you want to, grab onto one ankle and then the other. Straightening out the legs in the back. Walking those hands forward. We're going to bring both hands over to that right foot. Hinging forward, getting a stretch. And walking both hands over to the left foot, getting a stretch. And bringing it back to center. Putting a bend in the knees, rolling on up. One vertebrae at a time, nice job. Just go ahead and kind of stretch out the legs a little. We're going to go ahead and grab our bricks. We're going to have a seat on the mat. Legs are out in front of us. Toes are flexed toward us. I'm going to reach that brick out. As you go down, you're going to lower about halfway down, pulling the brick into your chest. Core is engaged. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's all about the breath. Inhale, building up our core muscles. Exhale, 2 more. We're going to keep rolling though. Inhale. Exhale. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Now the brick's going to go over the head. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and remove the brick. Bring it right into your staff pose as you hinge forward, rounding the spine. Just letting go, sinking into it. And rolling on up. We're going to move into what's called our tabletop position and do a little bit of work there. So you're going to spread those fingertips. You're going to reach one hand behind you, then the other. You're going to bring those legs hip distance apart. Just like in your bridge pose, you're going to use your legs to lift you up, flattening out the back, releasing your head behind you. Here we go. Inhale, lifts, and release. Hold here, feeling those triceps working. Relaxing the crown of the head behind you, arching your back. And then slowly use your legs, lead it back. We're not going to come out of it, we're going to do it again. Inhale, lift, flatten, release. Exhale. We're going to go ahead and bring it down. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Right back up, flatten the back, release the crown. Stay for a breath or 2. And release it back down. Last one, lift, release. Triceps are really engaged. And we're going to release it down. Nice job. Take a break. Maybe reach your right arm over. And then your left. Good job. Okay. A little more work on those triceps. We're going to come into our tricep dips, our mini tricep dips. If you need a modification, if you're dipping and you want your glutes to hit the brick first, just place those glutes right underneath, or that brick right underneath your glutes. All right, so you're reaching your hands behind you. Legs are hip distance. You're just coming up a little bit, enough that you can dip down. Here's what it's going to look like. I'll do a demonstration. Lifting up, chest forward for 1, 2, so it's going to look like that. 3, here we go. 4, we're going to hit 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, just little dips, elbows pulling in toward one another. 10, the final 5, 5, 4, 3, I'm only a little bit off the mat. 2, 1, set it down. Release those legs out in front of you, staff pose. Nice work. And roll on up. If you have that brick handy, I'm going to go ahead and face you for this part. We're going to place that brick in between the soles of our feet. We're going to take our hands, just pull it in as much as we can. So now we're grabbing onto our ankles. As you hinge forward at the hip, the crown of the head is going to get as close to the brick as you can, and those elbows are going to act as resistance, pressing those inner thighs out. Here we go. Hinge forward. We're going to hold here for about a minute. Just opening up our inner thighs. If you want to turn the brick this way, go right ahead. Making sure you're feeling the stretch in the inner thighs. Just letting go through your chest. If you know full posture for both, go right ahead. I'm going to teach the modified. So we're going to take our brick again for the modified. And slowly lifting the chest, pressing forward, reaching our hands out right here. Again, you can come up to here, you can remove the brick, or you can straighten out your legs into full posture. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you have a brick, go ahead and remove it and roll on down. One vertebrae at a time. So you're flat on the mat. And just go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. And we're going to go ahead and bring it into our happy baby. I'm sorry, our dead bug, then happy baby. Grab onto the soles of the feet. Flex the toes just like you're walking on the ceiling. Pulling down, breathing into the creases of your hips. Feeling a nice deep stretch there. Now you can either stay here or rock side to side in your happy baby. Maybe extending one leg out and then the other. Or maybe both legs, it's up to you. And slowly bring it back to center into your egg roll. And extend those legs all the way to the sky, coming into your inversion. If you're not pregnant, have disc damage, glaucoma, nerve damage, high blood pressure, or nursing, feel free to do anything where those legs are coming up over your torso, over your head. If you'd like supported inversion, placing a brick underneath your sacrum, your tailbone. You certainly don't have to keep those legs still. You can roll out the ankles, flex the toes. You can crisscross the legs. This is such a good posture to do in the morning. Really good for circulation. You've been lying down flat all night. Just remembering we did a lot of leg work. This is a restorative posture. You can even hold it. Most people do about 5 to 6 minutes if they're going to do it in the morning time. So obviously we are not. But feel free to stay in here as long as you'd like or do this posture anytime. If you're in a shoulder stand, starting to come out of it, back to that original inversion. If you have a brick underneath your tailbone, go ahead and remove it. Placing your palms face down under your glutes. Pointing your toes toward the ceiling. And slowly lowering those legs all the way to the mat. Let's try to make this take a little longer. Using your lower abs as the resistance. There's no rush. Try to keep those legs as straight as you can on the way down. Once you get there, pointing the toes toward the front of the room still, coming up onto your forearms, lifting the chest, releasing the crown of the head behind you. Opening up your heart to the heavens. Take an inhale. Take an exhale, just letting go. Maybe hovering those heels off of the mat for a little more. Taking one more big inhale. And exhale as you lower down into final relaxation. bring it into Supta Konasana. So the soles of my feet are touching and my legs are splay open. My palms are at my sides. For a little more and final relaxation, if you feel like you need another little back bend, you can go ahead and scooch that brick underneath your sacrum, your tailbone, and just letting your legs splay open. The next 3 to 4 minutes are all you. Nice work. And if you find that that brick is uncomfortable, as I just did, you can always go ahead and remove it. And just walking us through a meditation. You should notice your heart rate as you lie down on your mat. You should notice as you're lying there, your heart rate is starting to return to a normal rate. Your breath is starting to come back. And even though we're not all together, being grateful for the practice. Looking forward to the time where we can all see each other again. And remember, as those moments during the day start to rise up, things start feeling a little tough, just remembering to breathe through it. And just remember whatever is going on right now, it's just temporary. It's just one season of your life. It's not forever. Things can change pretty quickly. Just keeping hope in that, knowing that there are better days ahead. Wiggling your toes and your fingers, coming back into yourself. Either staying here, rolling onto your right side for a few more minutes of relaxation. Leaving with you on the mat anything negative, anything that doesn't serve you. And slowly coming back up into a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. And bring your hands to heart center and bow your head slightly. Knowing that you and you alone can make a difference. Raising your thumbs to your forehead, your third eye, your center of intuition, knowing that you truly are a blessing. Namaste. Nice job. Good job. I hope everybody's doing good. I miss everybody, so I hope to see you soon. Bye.